Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another Star Citizen live after midnight live stream. What we're doing here is we just got finished watching. Let's make sure everything over here is off. Sounds like it is, so we should be good. We are. We got to finish watching the Gamescom demo this afternoon, and I wanted to touch on that just a little bit. I wanted to talk about some of the things that we saw during the Gamescom demo. And if I can't remember it, and if I don't remember it off the top of my head right now, then it probably wasn't that important to me. It might be important to you though. Okay, so let's talk about what some of the things we saw. Well, we saw the Origin 600i commercial. That ship is pretty cool. At $400, I don't know if it's that cool. It's an exploration ship, can be. There's two models. There's the Explorer and then there's the luxury ship. The Warbond is $375. The standard is $400. I think the Explorer is $400. I have a Carrack. So if I didn't have a Carrack, the 600i would definitely be way to go because it looks really good. I don't know what the Carrack or how big the Carrack is going to be when it finally comes out, but I think that I'm going to get more for my money. I think if I hold on to my Carrack and not trade it in for an RSI or a Origin 600i, which I was thinking about doing, but I think I would regret that decision. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to my Carrack. Even though if you are looking for an exploration ship and you're willing to get in at that price range, the 600i is really cool. I strongly 100% recommend it. Okay, but having said that, remember you can get every ship in game. You don't have to back the game for that amount. Just back for the $45 or maybe the $60 to get Squadron 42 as well, and stop there. And then that way you can grow with the game. You can earn everything in game instead of paying ahead of time for everything in the game. Okay, and then the next thing is what's the next thing? Okay, my mouse pointer. Just a second. There we go. And the next thing in the game or in the presentation was, I'm going to jump around a little bit, was the mouth and facial animations from your webcam, right? So you're playing, and as long as your webcam can zoom in on your face, if you smile or if you raise your eyebrows or anything like that, it will detect that. I don't know if glasses are going to affect that, but if it can detect my eye position where I'm looking around, I hope glasses don't interfere with this. I hope they don't. CIG, consider that. Look into that because a lot of your gamers are wearing glasses, and if that prevents you, then I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that feature. It might not be for everybody. But hopefully it'll still be able to see my eyes and it'll still react to my eyes and my eyelids and stuff like that because I don't have contacts. Okay, I thought that was really, really cool, and the voice over IP seems to be closer to being finished than I thought it was finished, because it's going to detect it's going to detect my voice and it's going to play it in game. That's awesome. It's going to play it over the radio, and then there's the render to texture voice or video communications. That's super cool, man. That's super cool. Somebody's in Australia. I'm playing here in the US and we got this voice over IP. That's super cool. And I won't have to have my Discord up eating up some of my CPU usage, right? So it'll free up some CPU for the game. If I'm not a streamer, which I am, but if I'm not a streamer, that would help too. But because I am using Discord, I am using Discord, which I won't have to use at that point. And then I'm also using OBS, which uses up a ton of resources. Okay, from there, they showed the missions, Eckhart, and they showed the railgun. They showed like some of the. They showed a crashed Caterpillar. They showed a couple other crash ships, some what do they call those things? I want to say outposts from Riari and from Crusader. Those outposts were pretty cool looking. The Nox, the Ursa rover was really cool. They showed the Aquila. That looked really cool. The new Cutlass was huge on the inside. I remember the old Cutlass. I used to have an old Cutlass in my hangar, but the new Cutlass is just super big. I like it. Um, yeah, I thought the new Cutlass looked really good. I think for those of you guys out there that invested it for Cutlass, I think you made a really good investment. That's a good ship from now. It didn't look like it was going to be a good ship, but now it seems like it's a pretty good ship. They have the Idris ready to play in the universe. It's the first capital ship ready to actually show off. They flew it around, they landed it. They actually had an Idris versus an Idris combat with ships landing in it and taking off, and that was super cool, super cool, super cool. Um, they had some troubles, they had some bugs. Hey, I'm not even going to talk about that because that happens. You're going to have bugs all the time. And then what else did they have? Oh, the Delamar, where they showed the landing of the Lesky landing zone, and uh, the endurance system, the oxygen system. You can actually run out of oxygen and die if you don't get to a place that replenishes your oxygen. Thought that was really cool. There's the stamina, your heartbeat, and all that was in. Didn't really. They kind of smoke and mirrors the whole shooting and blowing up and stuff like that. You really didn't. I don't know, and some of the armors actually give you protection, like the heavy marine armor. The guy was trying to shoot the guy in heavy marine, and he wasn't even hurting him. Thought that was good. That's finally in. It seemed like they've got the undersuit and individual armor pieces. You can put that on. Thought that was really cool. The Moby Glass looked really good. There's bunches of apps, the missions. Um, some missions uh, are what do you call it? Dynamically created by the system, so that no matter how often you play or how much you play, you're going to get multiple different types of missions every time because the way they put the missions together is almost randomized. So you're going to get every mission is different. So it's going to be super. That's really cool. Uh, mm, yeah. Okay. What else? What else? Is there something that I might have missed? What did I miss? Uh, Levski, the mission givers. Oh, AI running around doing their jobs, doing their thing. You could actually just sit and watch an AI follow him throughout his daily life cycle in 3.0. It looked pretty good. I mean, yeah, all the maintenance animations look the same, and all the people sitting down look the same, but I can overlook that. That's just the first implementation. It's going to be coming in. They're going to be updating all those as they go. Um, oh, the cockpits, right? And I promised you guys I was going to do a tutorial on the Sabre cockpit once and I probably should do it also on the Constellation when it comes out, but because that's a popular ship. But the Sabre is mainly for my squadron. I do flight tutorials for our own squadron. I put them on our Spectrum in our flight log so that our squadron can go in and look like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? And when we do our boot camp training, we say, be sure to watch this video before we do this boot camp training and things like that. And so I need to go in and make a new one for the cockpit layout and where all the buttons are and what they do in the ship, because there was about half a dozen, maybe a dozen different buttons. But it also looked like the MFDs were fully functional, so those actually had all of their features were working. So the tutorial is going to have to go over all of that. What else? What else was there? There was okay. So there's the cockpits, the persistence. You can go to a shop and buy a shield. You can go to a shop and buy a gun for your ship. The Moby Glass is how you equip everything. Um, when you put it on your body or take it off your body, like a gun or a helmet or something like that using Moby Glass. There's Yeah, buying and selling cargo. There's also freight missions. Um, oh, one thing I did not like, I thought was inappropriate. I'm going to have to do some sciencing. I'm going to have to science this stuff. I'm going and if you're a scientist out there and you know the answer to this, correct me or confirm this. If you're on a ship and you are spaceship, that is, like a rocket, even a rocket. When I launch the shuttle or when I launch, a ship into orbit, is there a when you leave the atmosphere, there should not be any kind of fiery exit animation, right? There should not be any fire. What do they call that when you the reentry flame out, right? That exists only on re-entry, in entering the atmosphere, never exiting the atmosphere. When you exit the atmosphere, you just poof, you're out, right? It's not a there's not a flame thing because you're actually trying to accelerate up and out, right? Where when you're coming in, you're already going super fast and you're hitting the atmosphere a lot like hitting the water. Like when you hit water, it splashes and goes everywhere. And that's how you're hitting the atmosphere, and because of the friction of the air going across your hull, it catches fire, right? And that's what that reentry burning is, right? Not the, I don't think you should get that on the way out. And I think currently they have an exit flame, and I think that's incorrect. I think they should have some kind of like puff of smoke or some, I don't know, something that shows that you've exited the atmosphere. Sure, maybe a ding on your console or something like that, but not a flame animation. I don't know. That's just one thing I think is scientifically wrong, and I know that Chris Roberts and CIG wants to make this scientifically accurate, and so I'll do some research, and if so, I'll put that on the spectrum because I think that's bull. Okay. Um, okay, so we got that. Okay, the gravity, like one guy's, you could jump out and you could fall all the way to the ground. Um, I think there needs to be parachutes or grav belts or some way to maybe you don't have a parachute equipped, and if you fall out, you die. Get that? I'm understanding that. But if I'm in a ship and I eject, my seat should have a parachute. Or if I just want to go out and buy a parachute, I should be able to strap that sucker on, jump out of a ship, and parachute down. I think that should be a thing. That would be so cool to get, fly over with your freelancer, and everybody just piles out the back like a C-130, piles out the back, free fall for a while, then pop your chute, and you and your squad mates land and assault the base. I think that would be super awesome. So that needs to be with your little MP5s with silencers at night. That was another thing. There was night. A couple of people flew to the dark side of the moon. They were in complete black, complete darkness. They were probably a mile apart, maybe less, and they could see each other using their flashlights. And then they approached each other and had a firefight with pistols at night using flashlights and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was cool. Other than that, what really, 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 really excited me was the peripheral that they're going to sell. They're going to sell a motion capture device for the game. So it is going to be an RSI webcam, basically, and it's going to sit right where your webcam goes on your monitor or whatever. It's going to be a smaller. It's not going to be wide angle. It's only going to capture your face, right? And it's going to do that for motion capture of your animations of your eyes and your mouth and your nose, do all that, and it's going to do that in game. So as I'm talking now, on the webcam will pick up my voice because it'll have a mic. It'll also pick up my motion of my face, and it'll transmit that 60 frames a second into the game, so that my character in game will move his mouth and move his eyes and look left and right with his eyes and move his jaw like this, because that's all animated in the game. But it'll also project my voice from my character in the game. And I said, man, that's super cool. The next thing, that next part of that is I bought Track IR. I have Track IR. I have Track IR all over the place, but I won't need it. I won't need all those extra wires because my webcam capturing my face in Star Citizen, if I'm sitting there playing and I turn like this, it's just like Track IR. My character will be turning around just like this. So I can, when I'm looking around and looking down at my keys and stuff like that, the character will be doing the same. Oh yeah, not only that, I can do this. Or maybe I could lean, possibly around corners like Track IR will let you lean. I'm sure this will do the same thing. How much is that webcam going to be? I'm curious. I want to know. I want to buy one. It's 1080p, so that's good. I can replace my webcam, even though my webcam's already a 1080p. I don't know if it's any better or not, but it kind of looks cool, and it's specific for the game, so I don't know. I think I'm going to like it. All right, guys. Well, I logged in to play some Star Citizen. Some guys said they were going to jump in here and join me, like Rogue, but he's supposed to be helping somebody, working with his helping somebody build his computer. So I think I'm just going to play around. I'm just going to jump into the universe, and we're going to go to Crusader. It looked like 3.0 was really close, guys. I mean, I understand there were some bugs. They jumped from They jumped from Levski to Daymar, and I think it was Daymar. They jumped from Levski to Daymar, and they crashed the first time. I mean, the game crashed. And it was only because one of the players' games crashed, and it was his ship, and he was the pilot at the time. And I think they've kind of figured out where the bug was. It was if you have multiple people sitting in the cockpit, because the Constellation had 3 seats in the front. The second trip over, they said, nobody sit in the chairs, don't touch any buttons, just let me do this. And when he did it, everything went fine. So they have an idea of where that is. No, I'm sure they'll have that fixed. The night sky above Delamar looked really good. They had asteroids, and it looked very dark and vacuumy. It looked really good. I was super excited. Do I think there's going to be enough to do? Now I'm kind of starting to think there will be enough to do in the game. Like right now there's only like 20 missions. You do them all. If you do one, you've done them all, kind of thing. Where in that it looks like you do one, you got to do another.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
I'm going to get the saber out.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
Cool. Hello, Verse.
Join the ship share program today and fly together.
There's a guy named Algae.
combat assist activated. Systems green.
Talking to people in the chat, telling about how I love the demo. Guess I'm getting back in my
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Launch complete. Landing gear retracted. Proximity alert. Head.
Hey, somebody's caterpillar. We should win at a time this. I don't get it. Okay. I'm gonna go. Where would you like to see me go? If you're in the stream and you're interested. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go do some ICC because I don't know. There's some action with ICC. I don't know. Maybe I should just go do the. Excuse me. Maybe I should go do the. PI mission.
Thank you for getting in touch with me.
No problem.
My husband recently died aboard the Gundo Kovalek station,
Yep.
but the company is refusing to pay out his insurance claim because they say he was at fault.
Probably was.
It's ridiculous. There is no way that's true. I know my husband. Darnell had his problems, but that is all in the past. I want you to go to the Kovalek station and send me evidence that my husband is innocent. But even if you find out that he isn't, you'll still get paid. I know your time is valuable, and really, I just want to know the truth. I've attached the insurance claim to get you started. Good luck. And I hope to hear from you soon, one way or another.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel
All right, let's go
initiated.
ahead. We're gonna go find out some evidence. Yeah, if you guys got any questions about Star Citizen, what to expect, you know, want to see anything special in this world, you let me know and I'll go ahead and I'll do it. Or maybe it won't.
This Kovalek shipping hub is currently closed to the public. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Who's this J-Wop guy? Who's gonna call us?
apologize for the inconvenience.
Are you really gonna shoot at me?
This Covilex shipping hub is currently closed to the public. We apologize for the inconvenience.
So I wonder what that guy was all about.
Warning. You are trespassing on Covilex private property.
Landing gear deployed.
Well, he could fly in the blow my ship up.
This station is currently off limits. Please vacate the area.
Hey, Darnell. It's Racine over at Corporate Ops. Give me a shout back when you clock in. Just wanted to follow up a bit on the distro issue. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. Darnell, Racine again. Still need to sync up about the power distribution problem. Where are you, man? Getting tired of waiting, Darnell. Call me.
I just got the package you sent. Thanks a million for the Moby mod. It is incredible. Sorry for the noise. The crew surprised me with a shindig.
Damn right we did. Hey, Anya!
Holy shit, is that a bottle of Esquire?
Damn right.
How did you afford this?
Let's talk. Hey, Darnell! Hey, Darnell! Get in on this. Oh, come on.
Jeez, Darnell, look, just one. Maybe a sip. There we go.
Bye, Anya. Let's go. Darnell, one more.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get back to it, but let me know how your dissertation's going. Anyway, I love you and I miss you. Thank you again for the present. Bye, babe.
Hey, Race, it's Darnell.
Where the hell have you been? Your shift started 3 hours ago.
I know. Sorry. I did a breakdown of the current power flow for the station, and it's looking like I'll need to run a stress test on the whole system to see where the runoff is.
Okay. Hey, just be careful.
Will do. I'll keep a close eye on it.
Sounds good. You sure you're okay? You sound terrible.
Yeah. It was Scott's birthday last night, so we were all up a little later than we should have been.
All right. Let me know when you're finished running the test.
Will do.
Hey, wanted to let you know that I got the ops guy's passcode last night. Took a whole damn bottle of Esquire to do it. Talk about being able to hold your liquor. I set the routine to bypass the monitoring protocols at 1400. The crates should go through, no problem. Just be ready at the drop, alright? By the way, had to change over the security stuff. Codes attached.
My radar's going wacky. Wackadoo. Somebody's gonna try to blow up my ship. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, I'm in the doorway. There we go. Now we can upload the evidence. Now that I've got all the evidence.
I wanted to let you know that I got the information you sent, and if what you found is true, I owe you a very big thank you, and Kovalex owes me and my husband an apology. Thank you again. I'm uploading your payment to your account now.
That's weird.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Trying to target him.
Landing gear retracted.
I heard the gunfire.
Warning. You are trespassing on Kovalex private property.
That's a cutlass that's damaged. Yeah, I really don't know. It looks like my my crew's not coming online. What's going on? Might have taken a little bit more than an hour to put that computer together. He said he'd be back in, after 12, and he's not. So there's a good chance. Yeah. I really don't know what missions to do. I guess we could go do some Arena Commander or something. I think I'm going to do that. I've already drank all my drink. Oh, I have a name on it. It's beer. This over there. It's probably not even open yet. Oh, it's open now. I am back. Yeah. Okay, what are we gonna do? Oh, wait, my foot. My little toe caught my string. There you go. My headset cord. Let's do some. Let's do some multiplayer if there's other people playing. I'll join in with them. If not, it's no big deal. We'll figure something out. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. And here we are. Me by myself. Me, myself, and I. Got a ping of 104, 71, 46, 26, 25. Is it lowering because it's loading everything in the game? But here I am. Waiting for people to show up. If there's 3 people, I'm going to ready up. If I have to play this by myself with the 2 AI pilots, I will. If not, big deal. No biggie deal. I don't think I can solo it. All right, let's see what we got.
Vandal Swarm initiated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Contact. Proximity alert. Head. Shields charged. Proximity alert. Dead. Proximity alert.
contact. Elite units en route.
Contact.
Incoming enemy.
Contact. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Missile. Lock. Tail. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Port. Proximity alert. Aft. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head. Shield charged. Shield up. Rear shield under fire. Shield charging. Shield up.
Base disabled.
Kill. Rear shield under fire. Shields recharging. Shield up.
Elite units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Alright, we're trying to do this.
Contact.
Incoming hostiles.
Contact.
All
Contact. Missile. Lock. Tail. Starboard. Under fire. Shields recharging. Shield up. Rear shield. Tail. Shields recharging. Kill.
0 hostile contacts remaining. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Contact.
Hostiles inbound.
Contact.
Taking fire.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Shield under fire. Rear shield under fire. Shield recharging.
Hostile down.
Flare drop. Proximity alert. Aft. Head shield under fire. Shields recharging. Shields up.
I got one on me.
Missile lock.
Hostile contacts remaining. Contact. Elite units en route.
Hostiles inbound. Contact. Contact. Missile lock. Missile lock. Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Deck. Under fire. Shields charged. Alert. Head. Shields up. Kill.
Elite units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
What way we're at? 7.
Contact. Incoming hostiles. Contact.
Taking fire!
I'm coming.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Deck.
Oh.
Kill. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert overhead. Proximity alert aft. Proximity alert deck. Proximity alert head. Proximity alert overhead. Proximity alert aft. Proximity alert deck.
Zero hostile contacts remaining. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Hey, Dirt, what's up?
Contact.
Incoming enemy.
Contact. Contact.
Hostile contacts remaining. Elite units en route.
Contact.
Incoming enemy.
Contact. Contact.
Ah. Oh, boy, now, huh?
Proximity
Oh, boy, I
alert.
don't like the rocks here.
Proximity alert overhead. Proximity alert aft. Proximity alert. Proximity alert port. Proximity alert head. Proximity alert aft.
Doing my best to avoid the rocks more than I can shoot.
Proximity alert deck. Proximity alert head. Proximity alert deck. Proximity alert overhead. Proximity alert aft. Proximity. Proximity alert head. Proximity alert head. Kill. Proximity alert head. Flare trap. Proximity alert port. Proximity alert head. Flare trap. Proximity alert aft. Shields recharging. Proximity alert head. Proximity alert starboard. Flare trap. Shields out.
Warning.
Proximity
You are
alert
approaching
port.
simulation
Proximity
boundary.
alert aft. Flare trap. Proximity alert. Proximity alert head. Proximity alert aft. Proximity
Looking into the sun, I couldn't really see where I'm going.
shields recharging. Shields out.
Elite units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Contact. Incoming hostiles. Contact. Contact.
Health is full. Okay, cool.
Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. At. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Deck. Proximity alert. Port. Proximity alert. At. Flare drop.
Taking fire.
Kill. Proximity alert. Head. Shields recharging.
Looks like if you use it, there's a higher percentage chance that it'll replenish your missile. But I could be wrong. It just seems that way.
System overheating.
0 hostile contacts remain. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
We have 11.
Contact.
Incoming enemy.
Contact. Contact.
I'm just gonna start using missiles.
Shield down. Port shield under fire.
units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Hostiles inbound. Contact. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Deck. Proximity alert. Port.
No. There you go. Asteroid or something. Here I am dodging. In my head.
Missile. Lock. Missile. Lock. Proximity. Kill. Shields recharging. Shields up. Missile. Lock.
Hostile down.
0 hostile contacts remaining. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Incoming hostiles.
Contact. Contact. Proximity alert. Head. Rear shield under fire. Port shield under fire. Shields recharging. Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Starboard. Shield. Missile. Lock. Proximity. Proximity alert. Deck. Kill. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Deck. Flare.
0 hostile contacts remaining. Contact. Elite units en route.
Incoming hostiles. Contact. Flare. Drop. Missile. Lock. Kill. Missile. Lock. Flare. Proximity alert. Act. Danger. Port shield 25%. Danger. Mid shield 25%. Air shield. Port shield down. Missile. Kill. Shield up. Port shield under fire. Proximity alert. Head. Shields recharging. Shields kill.
Still one left.
Proximity. Head. Kill.
Elite units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Ooh, we're way 60.
Hostiles inbound.
Contact.
Taking fire.
Missile. Lock. recharging. Rear shield under fire. Missile locked. Shields recharging. Shields up. Missile lock. Proximity alert. Rear shield under fire. Shields recharging. Proximity alert. Port. Kill. Shield up. Missile lock. Proximity alert. Under fire. Head shield under fire. Rear shield under fire. Port. Proximity alert. At. Flare drop. Kill. Shields recharging. Shields up. Missile lock. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Starboard. Flare drop. Proximity alert. Aft. Flare drop. Starboard shield. Rear shield under fire. Shields recharging. Missile locked. Shields up. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Flare drop. Shields recharging. Kill.
Taking fire.
Kill.
We got one more wave. Or there's back out there somewhere. Supposed to be another wave or two. Ah, there's some missiles. Let's get them. I should have seen better days.
Proximity alert. Head.
further. Getting closer. Triangulating. It says I'm only 3,000 meters away. Now it's getting bigger, so let's see, is this way closer or small? Yeah, that's closer.
Contact.
There he is.
Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Starboard.
0 hostile contacts remaining.
Kill. Proximity alert. At. Proximity alert. Port. Proximity
Warning.
alert.
There are
Head.
multiple hostiles inbound.
Alright, here we go.
Contact.
Hostiles inbound.
Contact. Contact.
Using missiles.
Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head. Flare.
I got one on me.
Shields recharging. Shields up. Missile locked. Missile Port shield under fire. Shields recharging. Shields up. Shields recharging. And shields Shields recharging. Shields recharging. Shields recharging. Shields up. System overheat. Starboard shield under fire. Shields recharging. Kill. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Deck. Flare drop. Missile locked. Missile locked. System overheating. Kill.
I got one on me.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head. Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Kill.
0 hostile contacts remaining.
Proximity alert. Starboard.
Contact. Elite units en route.
Incoming enemy.
Contact.
This is the final wave.
Taking fire.
Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. At. Kill.
Taking fire.
Down. Hit you. Rear shield. 5%. Proximity alert. Deck. Flare drop. Hit shield under fire. Rear shield down. Shields charged. Flare. Rapier. System overheated. Missile. Lock. Shield.
God.
Proximity alert. Shields recharging. Proximity alert. Head. Shield.
Taking fire.
Rear shield down. Under fire. Shields recharging. Shields recharging. Missile. Lock. Shield. At. Kill. Flare drop. Proximity alert. Deck. Proximity alert. Deck. Proximity alert. Starboard. Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Kill.
Elite
Proximity.
units.
I'm back in the mix.
That's what I'm talking about. Alright guys, thanks for coming out and checking out this live stream of Star Citizen. It's almost 2 o'clock and I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and log out and I'll catch you next time. And if you like the stream, go ahead and like it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. If you want to follow me, please do. And if you want to hit the PayPal me link in the description below under donations, you can help out the channel. And I'll catch you next time.